Hi, the time is 5:07, and it's still Friday, May the 29th. It's me, Michael, aka Magic Koopa, aka King Koopa, aka the Devil. On Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, and on Xbox. Yeah, I can't remember what's the Xbox streaming. Well, whatever the one for Xbox too. On those I really don't have much content. For the Player 28, there is stuff on Twitch, like a decent amount of like videos. It's just videos, which is just full gameplay. So it's just non-stop full gameplay. So if by any chance there's any Warhawk fans here that were playing around the time that I was playing, there's videos there. There's videos there on Twitch to watch. So it was one of those things. The reason why I'm saying that is because a lot of, like, when I started getting into that game, I went back into to the old school Warhawk videos, and I got into like watching the gameplays and seeing everybody play and seeing I guess it's kind of like gamer history, right? So eventually I know the gaming industry is already kind of like kicking in, like going mainstream, but eventually it's gonna kick in like super mainstream. Like, have you ever seen Ready Player One? Eventually that's gonna happen to that level. It's still a working in process, but eventually that's gonna happen, and people are gonna want to go and see the history of, like, I guess, the initial gameplays. Alright, so if you become like a famous gamer, then I'll be like, oh, we want to see. Like, I'm a fan of, like, I don't know if you guys know this gamer. His name is Daniel Cross. He plays PUBG on computer, PC, on YouTube. I haven't seen him in a long time on YouTube, but I seen him playing with other people. But I guess he's not playing under himself, but I recognize his voice. So I'm assuming that he's in the similar. He might be in a similar situation, or maybe he decided to become the same concept. Being the person behind the scene, and he's like helping out other gamers, get up there. So according from what I know, based on his history, he's like an original, like an original, or maybe not an original, but he was an earlier member of the FaZe clan. FaZe? It's just the FaZe. And he was an original member. Well, not an original member, but earlier team of that. So, if you become like a famous gamer, then you're gonna be like, oh, I want to see his early gameplays to see. Like, he does really cool like live streams. So I seen that Stadia system. They just released PUBG on Stadia, and pretty much the Stadia system is a concept that I had talked about maybe 2 years ago in the recordings. Maybe 2 years or a year ago, like, on the recordings. And so that's like, I guess that's the way that the gaming industry is gonna take off eventually. But like, if you're already getting into, like, I guess these recordings would be more like for the newer generation. Like, if they're already getting into that concept, and then they get the younger generation, they get into PUBG. So be like, oh, I want to see what that's about. Then if you want to play PUBG and get some like wins and stuff, Daniel Cross, he does like a lot of like pretty much tactical conversation. Pretty much he tells you, oh, you should do this, and how you should play the game. Pretty much, like, I would play the guy. I played like on Xbox. On Xbox I played earlier on when the beta came out. I got one win. If you hear a lot of noise, because there's cars passing by. I'm really close to the main street, so hopefully I'm speaking loud enough for it to pick it up. Alright. So I got a win on Xbox, and pretty much a lot of the beta time is it's a lot like glitching out. So it does make it more complicated. I'm not saying that's not why I got the wins, but it does make it more complicated to play with the, I guess, like a broken game. But it's possible. So and there's a lot of other factors that have to do that. I talked about it in my other recording, so I'm not really gonna get into it too much. But pretty much, if you start gaming, you'll start getting into it. You'll be like, oh yeah, I know what he's talking about. So like I said, this is just chatter talk. So as we're getting back into the earlier recording, I was talking about like the number stuff. I've been doing some posts. So I really don't have anything to do that I could do for entertainment. So I've been like, that stuff is not stuff that I'm just like picking up right now. Stuff that I already kind of like, I already started doing that. I had started that all that stuff since like 2010, around there. I had started it, but situations occurred, and pretty much everything got. Well, I'm already getting into it again right now. So I've been doing like some number stuff, showing you with the number 2. I've been trying to show you. I'm gonna say it's an atomic particle. The only thing that I've been having issues with the spinning, how to spin it, and once I start spinning it too fast to make it like overlap, then it starts I don't know if it's the editing program or the wheel wagging effect. It starts stripping out the image, and I can't. I've been trying to time it to kind of like to counter that, so I could show you the spinning particle. I should be able to get a particle image spinning, correctly, and for you to see it like in motion. The only thing that I'm still trying to figure out the proper cycle, and then I'm only working with the 2, and I still need to implement the 5, the 1, and the 8, and the 0. And then that's where it starts getting more, pretty much, at least for me, maybe not for you, but that's why I'm throwing it out there. So if for some reason you got nothing to do and you find it interesting, I'm putting it out there, for you to be like, oh, let me see if I know what he's talking about, or if you get into it, I'm putting it out there for you to try it out too. So if you could, maybe you get it done before I do. So I'm putting it out there to get people interested in that, or you girls, to that, and be like, oh, I think I could pretty much, I think I could time it for it to do what he's trying to do, and then you'll see like, oh yeah, he's right about what he's talking about. And so like I started working with the number 4 right now, because I took a break off of that, and the number 4 is technically it's a triangle. If you're into drafting or architecture, the close 4 is that 30-60. I think it's 30-60-90 triangle, and I already got like a cool star out of it, but I just need to take a break off of the other number, because at the same time right now I've been trying to I guess to start like going out, see if I can like hook up with some chick. It's just gonna be a hard situation because I'm like out here, I'm out here and I have no job and stuff, so